I see her. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Today, we're just going to have an informal conversation about dentures, implants, whatever you want to talk about. To my right, we have Tracy Jane, and
that way. Wait, that
what?
way.
That way.
Am I going the wrong way?
That way. Wait,
It's
that
backwards for me. Tracy is our veteran denture wearer. Tracy, what is the name of your channel?
Yeah, my phone.
Dentures told by Tracy
Life
Jane.
with Dentures told by Tracy Jane.
And how long have you had dentures?
Almost 16 years, January of 2007.
Whoa.
Okay. And then I think, Jan, are you below me or is not?
I am. You did that very well.
Okay, Jan, below me, she has snap-in dentures. Her channel is
Simply Jan Homestead.
And if you want to follow her, she has cooking recipes and chickens and a farm. She has a homestead. She also has snap-in dentures.
I do.
And how long have you had those?
Well, I recently discovered a little over a year.
Recently, she means recently also.
Like a minute ago. I had to go check the bill.
Yeah, you did. Okay, and then to my whichever way she is, Ash. We have Ash.
Ashley's right there.
Your dentures.
Right there.
This way. Everything is backwards for me.
There you go.
You have to
There you go.
manipulate your
Okay.
hand.
Well, anyway, Dear Dentures, Ashmack Dear Dentures and Implants. She is in the process of getting the all-on 4 right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Ashley, when did you start?
I had my first consultation back in December, and then I had my surgery on February the 18th, got the 8 implants down in the gums and then sewed over top. So they're hidden in the gums for 6 months. And I got an immediate denture and then, 5 months, excuse me. And then on July the 12th, I had them uncovered and then still have the denture on top and working on the finals. If that makes sense.
Yes.
It does to me.
It does to Jan.
Yeah.
We've been chatting away back here about tooth color and the implants, just about everything. Where do we want to start, you guys? Where do we want to start?
I want to start.
Yeah, good. Go.
Okay. So, when you have your old teeth and they've been through the runner and they're dull and they look nasty and cracked and all that stuff, and you get new teeth, right? And Michelle and I, Marco, back and forth for the longest time. And I was like telling her, I'm getting the whitest teeth I can find. So that's what I did. Hey, how you doing?
Right, and let me introduce Justin. Justin, what's the name of your channel?
Justin B. Denture Journey.
And I followed Justin's journey when I had all my teeth pulled out. He was going through it also.
I did too.
Where did you get your dentures from?
Me?
I got my dentures done at DDS. It's a part of Affordable Dentures.
Yes.
Okay.
That's where I got mine done too.
Yeah.
Really?
Great.
What does DDS stand for?
No clue.
Denture.
It's a denture. It's a dentist. The DDS is the denture. DDS. That's their
denture.
Okay,
Dentist denture solutions. I think it means.
Oh, okay.
Denture dentist solutions. Yeah. Yeah. That's where I went. I started in Texas and got them done in Missouri.
I live in Missouri.
Wow.
Yeah. So teeth color, I went with the whitest I could get. Mm-hmm. I don't even know the color, but
beautiful.
The next color down was, to me, just a shade up from my other ones. So I went with the white ones. And I am so happy I did. I mean, I encourage Michelle to do the same, because I mean, if you're going to spend thousands of dollars on dentures and implants, especially, they're more expensive. Go with the Brilliant because it just it's so good for your self-esteem. Okay, I'm going to speak to me. It's good. It was good for my self-esteem because I went from having beautiful teeth to rotten, cracked, falling out of my mouth teeth. And so when I did this, I said, if I'm going to pay this kind of money, and I spent $13,650, I believe it was,
Right.
for my dentures, but I was blessed because they honored a quote I got from Texas almost from a year ago when they
That's a
did it.
good deal. That's a good deal on Snappies.
Yeah, and I got 2 on the bottom and 4 on top because the bottoms don't really need 4, but they stay in so well. And my tops, I don't know why. My tops I was most concerned about, but I've heard people had problems with their bottoms coming out, but I have never experienced that.
Yeah,
Tell us what you did experience and how wonderful this place is that they replaced your dentures.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. From the get-go, DDS was top notch. They were professional. My puppy at the time, Brutus, who we all love and adore, ate. I put my dentures on my tray, on my ottoman, and Brutus picked them up and ate them.
oh
And
no.
yeah, they were
Yeah.
not yet with my implant though. They were just my regular temporary dentures. And I went in there and I was just crying because I'm like, okay, I gotta refinance another set of dentures. And I'm like, oh God. And the nurse that I always deal with came in and I go, okay, well, what's it gonna cost? And she looked at me like really puzzled. She goes, what do you mean? We made these. I said, yeah, but my dog ate them.
Yeah.
She goes, no, there's no charge. There's no charge.
Oh
And
wow.
I know, and yeah, I lost it. I bawled like a baby.
Yeah.
I just felt so blessed. But um, I know other places would charge you for a new set of dentures. And he got my top and my bottom. So the rule is I never put my dentures on the tray.
Oh my.
Ever
Souls, you can ask a question anytime you want. We'll interrupt our conversation to answer any questions that we get. And I want to say hi to Andrea and Diane Souls in the chat. Andrea
Yes.
Garner is from Denture Box. So if anybody has any digital computer print denture questions, she's there to help. And we're gonna let Tracy back in. I'm not sure what happened to Tracy.
Tracy's spitting and now she's back.
Oh.
There we go. We all moved around.
Hi,
Justin, how are you
Jackie.
doing? Justin,
Yes,
how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. You want to tell us a little about your story?
Yeah, so I had horrible teeth growing up my entire life and just bad genetics and insufficient funds. And I just got to the point where my teeth were just causing me more issues than good. I was just in pain 24/7. Nothing was working. And I knew fixing my teeth was just a endless battle, really. So at age 35, almost 2 years ago, I had all my teeth pulled and got dentures done.
And I know I watched your journey. How was it for you with the pain, and did you have any problems afterwards, after your teeth were pulled?
Yeah, so after day 2, my dentist told me to take my dentures out at nighttime to sleep without, and my lower dentures would not go back in. my gums were swollen so much, and they just wouldn't go back in without causing severe pain. So I was dealing without my dentures in my lower for a couple weeks, and then I ended up having to need avioplasty, which was really no fun. That was pretty painful.
Now you want to explain a little bit what that is?
So what they did for me is it's just where they need to make adjustments to the jawline and the bone from having extraction. So they had to cut the inside of my bottom jaw open on both sides and basically grind it down and then sew it all back together. About an hour-long process. And for me, it was more painful than having all my extractions.
Wow.
So it was no fun.
All right, we have a question here from Souls. New full set in September of this year. Good. I still get what I call bone spurs, but don't know what they are. Hard pieces that work their way out of your gums. How do you deal with them? Have any of you had bone spurs?
I have not.
You have, Justin?
Yeah.
And how did you deal with them?
Well, some bone spurs will eventually go away. I mean, I had to have 2 surgically removed where the dentist had to cut the gums and basically pull it out. A lot of mine just slowly worked their way to the surface, almost like a splinter. And I was getting some numbing gel from Walgreens, and I'd put it on that spot and use some really clean tweezers and just grab the bone spur and pull it out.
Ouch.
Without the numbing cream, it is really painful, but with the cream, it really wasn't bad at all.
Wow. Hey, your cat looks just like my cat. I'm not kidding. We have twin cats.
Yeah.
Hi, Lynette. How are you doing? We've got Lynette in the okay. Lynette says, so I haven't had bone spurs with my recent extractions, but I do when I had just one tooth pulled and it hurt bad. Oh, she had one. That's it. And the way the dentist explained it to me, it's like when you have a splinter in your, just a regular splinter from the wood, and it works itself out of the body.
Yeah.
Foreign objects need to work themselves out. So, and I'm sure that's really very painful.
Yeah, I had about 12 of them, and they slowly worked their way out. Really painful, like a splinter. And when your dentures or anything would rub against it, it was pretty painful. So I would try to get them out as much as possible. A couple, when I removed them, they bled kind of a bit.
Yeah.
I guess they probably weren't ready to come out, or they were just that big.
Wow.
But,
all right.
No fun.
For you,
Michelle, I'm going to be right back because on that topic, I have something I wanted to share, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
So you guys just talk, and I'm going to stop the camera. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I've got something on that topic real quick.
Go ahead.
To piggyback off what Justin said about the numbing cream, my periodontist gave me this stuff called lidocaine viscous solution, and you can get your dentist. It has to be prescribed by the dentist, but it's like Benzodent or over-the-counter numbing cream on steroids, and it would be perfect if you have bone spurs. So ask your dentist if you have bone spurs for lidocaine viscous solution, and it numbs the whole area. You can swish with it and spit it out, or you can put it on a Q-tip and just put it in a certain area. You can put it in your denture. Everything you can do with like Benzodent, same thing, but it's prescription grade from the dentist.
Right. Well, in the Benzodent, that works really well too, and it's a little tacky. It works a little bit like an adhesive, and that is really good for you. Also, if you have sores. And Lynette said she's still gagging. Anybody have any advice on gagging? Poor Lynette.
I never gagged. I never had that problem.
It might be if you have removable dentures, it might be going onto your soft palate or just even a little bit onto the junction in between the hard and the soft palate. And if it's just touching that space just a little bit, it'll cause gagging.
Hi, Kimberly.
On the subject of bone spurs, I bought this little thing. Now, let me see if I can put it in here. This is a gum massager from Very Fresh. You can find it on Amazon. And some of the reviews have been about using this for bone spurs to just kind of work them out very gently. So you can find it. It is a gum massager by Very Fresh, VERI Fresh. And I use this to massage my gums, and I've noticed a difference in my gums since I started using it. But this will help with bone spurs from the reviews that I saw.
The
Cool.
toothbrush that you told me to buy also, what's it? The tongue.
The
That,
tongue brush.
when I started using that, like on my, it's for your tongue, but I use it on my gums too. And boy, did that feel good. I never knew that anything would feel good on my good on my gums like that did. It was weird. It just felt really good. Let's see. Kimberly says,
Yeah.
I've had my permanent dentures now for 5 months and I'm still not used to them. Will it ever get easier? Anybody want to feel that one?
Yes, it will get easier. It doesn't start out easy, but it gets easier. I'm almost 16 years to wearing them. I don't notice them. When they're in, they don't feel bulky to me. They don't feel like I'm wearing anything. I just put them in.
Yeah.
And they feel normal. And I know that seems like it's impossible that they're ever going to feel normal, but I don't feel them. I notice it when they're not in. When they're in, it's just normal to me now.
Right.
Yeah.
Kimberly,
Kimberly,
are they your immediate dentures that you have? Because those feel like hockey pucks.
yeah, you may need, if they're not your permanents, you're gonna need adjustments. And well, she said permanent. Okay.
But so how long has it been, Kimberly, since you started wearing dentures altogether? With your immediate, did you have immediates? Or do you just have
for 5 months?
Well, she's had her perms for 5 months. How long before?
Oh, yeah. Oh, she's in her perms. I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
some people go into their permanents too soon. I hear people getting permanent.
Yeah, that's a big
4 or 5
mistake,
months.
Justin.
Hey, hon,
Yeah.
how did you avoid the click click noise on your mints?
Oh, how do I avoid the click click noise?
Yeah.
What, on your dentures?
Let's see. Lynette says, I know I use mints, but I don't like eating that stuff anymore. It clanks around and click clicks on the top.
You stop noticing it after a while.
Yeah. After a while, these just become like normal in your life.
I'm sure that I make noises and I do things but I'm so used to it now that, I mean, I had to stop and think how I chew, how I do stuff, because I just do it all so naturally now that I don't pay attention. I mean, I don't notice it anymore because I'm so used to doing it after so long.
He asked about how long.
You know, I'm going to have a different material on my permanent teeth because they're screwed into the implants. They're going to be zirconia. And they told me that they're really heavy and that they make a really loud noise when you eat. So I've got that to look forward to.
Oh, well, make a video.
I will when I get them.
All right. Paula asks, so how long does it take to not have to use adhesive? Okay. Anybody want that one?
Well, I have snap-ins. I don't use it, so I'm exempt.
I think adhesive gets a bad rap. I'll be honest. I don't need adhesive. I've done videos showing that I can eat without adhesive just fine. I just choose to use adhesive. I like just putting them in and not having to think about them. I don't think that I think if you choose not to use adhesive, it just takes learning your bite points. I've learned that you got to figure out your bite points and how to position your mouth when you don't use adhesive. But if you choose to if you have snug fitting dentures and you choose to use adhesive, there's no shame in your game. Just use adhesive. I like to put them in and not think about them. Everybody has their own personal preference. As Michelle says, your mouth, your rules.
You're not going to, if you don't have a very good fitting denture, you're going to always have to use adhesive. Or
I had to
get a soft reline and snug up your denture. That's when you won't have to use adhesive.
With my first pair of dentures.
The relines, if you keep your denture relined regularly, that's going to make a difference in not having to wear adhesive if that's what you're looking to do. But I'm like Tracy, I wear it because I want to. And then
I had to. With my first pair of dentures that I had for 14 years, from day one, I got my permanents after 5 months, which we all now know is way too soon. But I never had a reline, never had an adjustment, never had anything for 14 years. I had to use adhesive from day one. I didn't even know relines existed till I joined denture support groups last year. I had no idea. Didn't see a dentist for 14 years. Don't do that. Anybody watching this, go see your dentist annually. You need to get your mouth checked out. But I didn't see a dentist for 14 years. I didn't know my dentures needed to be replaced. and
Yeah.
needed adhesive from day one. These, I have taught myself to eat without adhesive. I can talk just fine without adhesive. My dentist, I went and saw her after a year, walked in without adhesive. She had no idea I didn't have adhesive on because I learned I've taught myself how to do everything without adhesive.
Right. Now, Justin, you started to say something about people getting their dentures too soon. When
Yeah.
you want to talk about that?
I mean, I get surprised when people comment on my videos and they're like, my dentist wants to do my permanents at 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. And I had mine done at almost 10 months and I still had shrinking after that. So I try to get people towards a year to have less issues because these are my permanents, but I still have to do soft relines to keep them snug because I still had shrinking and they still don't fit 100% the best, but doing the soft relines, they fit great now, but
and as someone who got them at 5 months, don't do it. Don't do it.
No, that's way too soon.
Now, Lynette, in our comments, I know she won't care if I share this, but the dentist, and he told her, you have to have her teeth pulled out. She didn't know. She didn't know anything. He gave her permanents then. He fit her. He did the impressions with her teeth in her mouth. He made her one. She only needed a top denture, one top denture, and that's her permanent denture. And that's just wrong. Dentists
on the first day?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, negative.
Yeah.
No.
She's stuck with this top denture now that's already getting too big. And not only is the fit going to be too big, the entire denture itself is just going to be big and bulky in her mouth.
Well, he should honor that and redo her dentures.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard road.
Yes. Yeah. So she's having a terrible time with that right now. Right now she is.
It's amazing how many stories I've heard about bad dentists and, just doing a shoddy job. My sister-in-law got implants because she liked how my teeth turned out, and it was months. I told her, I said, don't do anything yet. Let's talk and let me tell you what to look out for. And she did. And I think she might have got her permanence a little. I mean, it was like almost 9 months for me. And and when my dog ate my dentures was the day I got my permanence. So that was like it
was last spring.
About 9 months.
Yeah. It was last spring, early summer when all that happened.
Yeah. So, I was able to coach her in it, which it's fabulous to have a network because when, you get all your teeth pulled out and you're sitting there with the old lady mouth, it's like,
I know. People can't believe it. When I put these dentures that I have now from Denture Box, my permanents, into my immediate dentures, they fit right in there, and people just can't believe how small they are. And it's not because they're Denture Box dentures, it's because it's my permanent set of dentures, which, that's going to be changing soon too, because when I started working with Denture Box, we knew I went into it very early. I was 9-10 months in when I did my impressions, but we were doing videos and everything. So stay tuned because I'm getting a new set of dentures, but I filmed the process of the impressions and they're making the new set now. But we knew when I went into it, I was going into it way too early to have my actual permanent set for life made.
Those teeth are beautiful that they made you. They're so pretty.
I'm really happy with them. Let's see. Di said, I picked up my perms this past Monday. Top wouldn't stay in at all, so already have to have a hard reline. Seriously. And I paid out of pocket for the top line, chain dental, and what I got is not represented in the photos. Mine look like new cheap set. You need to
hold them accountable.
Yeah.
Speak up for yourself.
Yeah, I have actually heard of people calling their insurance company and telling them they didn't do a good job. The
Yeah.
insurance company is paid, well, she paid out of pocket, but I've
They
heard.
work for you. You're not doing them a favor. They work for you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you have a problem, like standing up for yourself or, you know, saying what's on your mind, take somebody with you to your appointment that's not afraid to speak for you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good advice.
She said,
Yeah.
you guys picked the wrong one. She's going in there. She's going to get it. I would too, because this is your livelihood. You know, this is your life. You eat with them, people see you, and you want to feel confident when you go out in public that you have a
Right.
nice set of dentures. You know,
The problem is dentists want us to feel grateful. We have teeth. We should just be grateful, whether or not they fit, whether or not they look right.
Yeah,
They
no.
just want us to just be grateful. At least we have teeth.
Yeah.
Who cares if they're functional? Who cares if they look well? We should just be thankful that we have teeth.
right.
Yeah.
Gail's going in for her E-Day next Wednesday. She said, wish her luck, by the way. Good luck.
You'll be fine, Gail.
right.
Good luck. Now let's talk a little bit about implants, because I have a friend that might be going through the All-on-4 and might be getting the implants. So do you guys want to explain the process of getting your implants together? You can talk, both of you.
They
I
pull
will
your
say one thing real fast. As far as, you know, I'm going to be getting the implants that screw in, and Jan's got the ones that snap in and out. But the surgery itself is the same process all the way up through when you get them uncovered. The only thing that's different is the end result of whether they screw in or snap in.
I got
So
you.
our process is very similar.
Yeah. Like mine, I just pop them out
Pop
and I pop them back in, and they have a rubber band on them.
Can you show the snap parts? Are you able to hold that up to your camera, or you don't want to? You don't have to. No, don't do it then. That's okay. So
I'll show you the bottom, what mine look like on the bottom if you
I
want.
used to have pictures of there. See her snaps? Those snap to the implants that are in her
To the post.
to the post.
Yeah, and they just pop in.
Now, when you go back for a cleaning, what do they do?
They clean my post.
Now, and you have rubber bands around there too, don't you?
Yeah, there's the inside those holes on my
Mhm.
denture are rubber bands. I have to go get a cleaning within the next couple weeks. But I don't every time get my rubber bands changed, because if they're working, you know, why?
Right.
You don't need to do that. And maybe I'm just blessed. I don't know, but I haven't had the last time I went for my cleaning, which was my first cleaning, I had them put tighter bands in, because I noticed when I chewed, the bottom plate was snapping, it wasn't popping off, but it was moving. And then my top plate was too. So I had them put bigger bands in them so it'd hold it better. And I think they'd last longer.
Now, how long does your implant process take?
Go ahead, Ashley.
All right, so let me put this back in.
Oh, do you want to show us something?
Well, I'll show you this and then I'll explain. Can you
Okay.
see? You can't see that, can you?
Hold on, I might be able
Screen.
to. Hold on.
Can you see this?
Yep.
Okay. Well, those are my implants on the bottom, and I got them in February, and then had to let them heal for 5 months and just wear a normal denture. And then in July, I had them uncovered, which that was pretty painful and more than what I expected it to be or was led to believe it would be. I was not prepared for that. It's another surgery. I mean, it's not as simple as they make it sound like it is. But anyways, so that happened in July. And then since then, I've just been wearing What I just showed you is the healing screws. They're just little screws that keep the implants from closing up, and regular dentures. And just I've had 3 wax try-ins for making my permanent set that will screw in and they won't be removable.
Right.
Oh, that's what my daughter-in-law has on her top plate, or she doesn't remove them at all. Her top or bottom.
I couldn't decide between the two, between the snap-ins or these. The only reason that I ended up getting the screw-ins is because I wanted the zirconia teeth, because they're supposed to last and not, you don't have to replace them in 5 or 10 years. They're supposed to last a long time. So that's the only reason that I got the screw-ins and not the snap-ins.
Now,
I didn't ever see that option, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a heavy-duty material. Doesn't chip or stain or supposedly not break, but they do break sometimes. Takes a lot to break.
Your neighbor has the screw-ins.
What do you wear? You wear, now you have a set of like immediate dentures, correct?
Yes.
And those fit over top of your implants.
Yeah. When they uncovered and they put the little screws in, they make a little bit of a spot. You have to. I went home and relined my denture to fit over it.
Mm-hmm.
So if not, you would have to get the dentist to reline it and fit around the healing screws. But I've had those since July.
Yeah.
So it's taken much longer than it was supposed to. But this is the part of the process I really don't want to rush, because this is, the aesthetic, the look of it. I'm not going to approve the wax try-in until it's how I want it.
Perfect.
And then I've got to wear a temporary that will screw in, and it's acrylic, or PMMA, which is just a shortened form of the word acrylic. And
let me read this. I was told by my oral surgeon that they remove more bone with screws in VS snaps than they have to make room for. They have to make room for. Does anybody?
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either. I know they do. Usually when you get implants, they do an alveoplasty where they, level out the bone and stuff. Whether they tell you about it or charge you for it or not, almost everybody that gets implants has the alveoplasty during their surgery.
Oh yeah. Hi, Bunky.
Hi, Bunky.
That's my daughter. She's my adopted daughter.
If anybody wants to go check out Bunky, she has a gardening channel, and she will teach you. She is a child that knows a lot about gardening.
Prodigy. Yeah. No, I don't know. When I first started the journey, I wanted to get just implants, and it was $42,000. And I said,
single implants?
No, all the teeth.
Yes.
Planted. It was I want to say $42,000. And I was like, no. So, I mean, I didn't have $42,000, and I sure wasn't going to finance it. So then it was several years later when I was looking up like what you could do, because I didn't want to use adhesive.
Yeah.
And I just can't. I can't, and I couldn't. So then I found out DDS did denture implants, and I was cool with having dentures, but I did not want adhesive involved. And which Michelle and I have talked extensively about that. It's just something I can't do. Then I would gag.
Yeah.
And so then they had that, and I went there in Texas, and then we were in process of moving from Texas to Missouri, so I couldn't do it then. And I was absolutely delighted to find out there was one in Springfield, Missouri. So that's where I went. And I know I squirreled right there, but anyway, that's how my story began. Is I really, really wanted just the teeth put in, and thankfully I had good bone structure. I mean, there's a lot of people that They just can't because they don't have the bone.
But Kimberly says, I just got back from a specialist and just putting my dentures in permanently will cost $46,000.
What?
If you want to discuss costs, I can tell you how much mine was.
Yeah, how much you're all on for? Wait a minute. How many? You have 4 implants on the top and how many on the bottom?
I have 4 on top, 4 on bottom. And just the surgery where they took my teeth out, put in the 8 implants and did bone grafting was $18,000. And that would have been the same. Even if I got snap-ins, it still would have been $18,000. And then because I'm getting the zirconia, that took the price up more of the teeth, but the teeth with all the hardware and everything that screws in was another $18,000. So, and then the cost of my immediate dentures. So altogether it's like $38,000. And that's considered a good price. The only reason I was able to afford it all was because my grandfather had passed away and he had left us a small inheritance. So I kind of just put it all towards my teeth, and then my mom helped me with the rest of it. So I mean, it's not something I would have been able to afford either.
Well, you have to weigh that out because when your teeth are cracking and falling out and rotting, and I went through all that. When you're going through that, the money you spend on medical and poor health and just being stressed out because you're sick all the time, it's worth it. I mean, I know I was blessed on mine. There is no dentist in his right mind that would honor the quote I got a year before,
Right.
Yeah, that's a great deal you got on it.
Yeah, I mean 13, what I say 13.5, 13.6.
Right.
I think it was 13.6. But I financed on 2 different loans to get them, and then we paid off one and we're almost done paying off the other. But to me, it was so worth that bill.
Every penny.
It was worth it because I am so much happier and healthier. And, I have people that have friends that have YouTube channels, and they will not show their face because they're ashamed of their teeth.
Right.
But you go look at my old videos. I mean, I cringe. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh God, I can't believe I did videos.
I was that way. I was that way. I wouldn't look in the mirrors. I would just avoid the mirror, and I wouldn't take pictures or especially anything like this. I would never do. And it's just it's mentally taxing, it is. It affects your whole life. I mean, I didn't want to go out in public. It got really bad there at the end.
My teeth started breaking when I was in my mid-30s. I had undiagnosed thyroid cancer. And I didn't know why they were breaking. The dentist blamed me, said I knew I was taking care of my teeth, but the dentist blamed me. It wasn't until I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer that my doctor said, this is why your teeth were breaking, because your thyroid, your parathyroids control your calcium levels. So because they were sick, that was what was causing my teeth break. And I probably went about 4 years because I had 4 teenagers at home. And my husband is a mail carrier. So we had to wait until we could save up the money for me to get dentures. And it took about 4 years for me to be able to get dentures. And I had to live with my teeth breaking and people making fun of me and calling me an addict and teasing my kids terribly in public because I weighed 98 pounds because I was sick. I had cancer, but we didn't know I had cancer. And my kids would get teased. And I wouldn't go out in public. I didn't want to talk to people. I didn't want to be around people because I knew people were making fun of me. I knew people were talking about me.
Yeah.
And so many people go through that.
Now, Justin, when you got your dentures, if you don't mind, how much did it cost for you? Because when you get denture, when you're told I have to get dentures, you just think a bunch of things, and one of them that comes to mind is the cost.
Yeah.
And what we have, us 3 down here, is not nearly as expensive as what Jan and Ashley have. So you want to talk about yours?
Smile, Justin.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I got lucky. I really didn't know how much it was going to be, and I was going to get multiple like quotes and everything, but the place I went to, surprisingly, I had my dad went there and he said good things about it, so I tried it out. And and the place I went to, like I said, DDS, similar to Affordable, they did like a package deal.
Mhm.
So I had 27 teeth removed, my immediate dentures, all the relines, and then my immediates turned into my permanents by a hard reline, and it cost me $1,400 after insurance.
Okay.
So a lot cheaper. It'd have been about $3,000 without
Wow,
insurance.
That's great.
That's
Yeah.
some good insurance.
And what I have was with insurance, we're $890 for the full set. But if I hadn't had insurance, because these are replacements, I just got them last year, it would have been $4,026 plus a $550 lab fee, because I have Ivotion dentures from Ivoclar. So they're a special type of denture. But I have insurance, so that's fortunate. I couldn't tell you how much I spent in 2007, and no, it was a lot of money. I don't remember the exact cost because it's been a long time, but
When I had my teeth pulled, I think it was $1,600 to have them all pulled. My immediate dentures cost $750 of that, but I have 2 insurances, so I was very lucky. But I still had to pay everything up front, and then they reimbursed me some.
Yeah.
My permanent dentures that I got from Denture Box are $1,099, and you just can't beat that. I mean,
That's a great price. Yeah.
I mean, and that's why they're there. They want to make an affordable permanent denture for people that can't afford it.
and that's great.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I got lucky really with when I went to DDS, because with my avioplasty and then they had to remake my immediates, all that done, I never paid a penny more. Like, I got really lucky there. I know it's not always that simple, but yeah, they had to remake my immediates at like 2 months because they weren't done right. Relines were just not allowing them to sit right, and so they had to redo everything. So I got lucky with my pricing. If it wasn't that cheap of a price, it'd still be horrible teeth right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Going years
Well,
and years until I had it done.
I've seen people go to different places and get their teeth done, and it's been a nightmare, and I'm like, I am so grateful that DDS backs everything they do. I mean, they are, well, I told you my dogs ate my dentures, so but even if they didn't make it right and it doesn't fit right, they go back and make it right.
Yeah.
And like my bite, I have a crooked bite, and it was 3 sets before they were able to get it right for me. I mean, it feel good, and then when I start eating and doing things, it was off. I call them back, go back a couple days later, and I have high praises for DDS. I'm not sponsored by them, but I wish I was. Well, I am. Yeah, they're a fantastic company. If you have one in your town, aside from Denture Box, because they rock it. They rock it. I wish I knew about Denture Box before I got dentures.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just say too that I was really like afraid to get dentures and put it off for a while. And I said, I'm not getting dentures until I can afford the implants, and put it off and suffered. And being on the other side of it now, I wish that I would have done it so much sooner. And even if this was the end of the road for me, I'm so happy with my dentures. I mean, even if it was the end of the road, it's so much better than what I started with. So if you're afraid to do it, just do it, and just make sure you have a good caring doctor, and do your research ahead of time and make sure that you're in good hands. And then I say, go for it.
It's very important.
Greg is in the conversation.
Yeah, Greg, You can ask anything in the comments here, and if we do a live next time, if you email me, we can talk, and maybe you could join us then. But if you have a question, just to go ahead and ask it in the comments right now.
Yeah.
Anybody that's going into this, like I said before, treat it like a job interview. Go in, talk to the dentist, meet with the staff. If you don't like the way the dentist treats you, if you don't like the way the staff works together, how the dentist treats the staff, leave. Treat it like a job interview.
Yes.
They're working for you. You are not doing them a favor by getting dentures from them. They are working for you. Treat it like you are interviewing somebody who is going to be working for you. It is so important. When I went to replace my dentures last year, I went to a chain place, the place where I got my first pair of dentures, and the dentist was short with me, and the staff mocked me because I had anxiety. I was replacing my smile, and I had extreme anxiety. They wanted me to take my dentures out over our hard floor and just hold them. And I was terrified I'd drop them and they'd fall, and they laughed at me. And then the office manager said something to my husband later on, made it like I was lying, it was just terrible. I found a dentist through a friend, and she treated my anxiety. She said, you know what? I get it. This is your smile. This is your life. This is important. She didn't mock me for being nervous or anything, but you have to treat it like a job interview. You want these people to care about what you're going through. This is your smile. You don't want teeth that just meh. You want teeth that are functional, that look nice.
Follow your gut too. Follow your gut when you go to the dentist. If you get a bad feeling and you're not sure why, it just feels off, go somewhere else.
Yep.
Yeah, walk away.
We have a question from Ravenheart. She wants to know, how long did it take you to eat food if you can't afford dentures immediately? You mean having no dentures at all in your mouth? You mean having your teeth pulled out and having no dentures put in?
Eating without dentures takes practice. I've done it. I didn't for 15 years, but I started doing it this year just to see how it is. You have to use your tongue. You have to mash your food up. It's learning. It's a learning process.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
It is. You have to and I just started doing it this summer. So when you do it, you have to take your tongue, you have to mash it up against your gums, up against your palate. Your gums are not going to meet. It's not going to be like chewing. It's not going to be like when you have teeth in your mouth. You have to use your tongue, and you have to use it to mash your food up.
Yeah, one thing that I was surprised with was when I had my teeth pulled out, your gums don't touch. You have that gap. So if you're expecting to chew with your gums, unless the food's big, it ain't going to happen.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you have to, like Tracy, you have to take your tongue and mash it up against your gums. And I did it for about, I don't know, a week and a half. I wore my immediate dentures for 3 days. And then on the third day, I was just in agony. And I talked to my dentist, and he said, if it's hurting that bad, just take it out. And so I left him out for, I don't know, maybe like a week and a half until I was a little more healed. And then I put them in one day and wore them every day since. But for that week or so, I did eat without them. And yeah, it's not easy.
I don't like doing it, but I have experimented a few times just so that when I talk to people, I can tell them what it's like, because I hadn't done it at all until recently. But you have to, it's a trick. It's.
Oh, Lynette's talking. Lynette had a soft reline. Poor thing. She didn't know this. Lynette's dentist, I talk to her often, doesn't really tell her much. They did a soft reline, and it was going down the back of her throat. She had a terrible time. Oh, she's the one that got the permanent dentures when they pulled her teeth out. That's how long did you all wait before leaving your dentures out overnight?
I waited 6 weeks. I think it was when my dentist told me that I could, but after 3 months, I had to go back to sleeping with them in. So.
Oh, here's a question.
I never slept with mine in.
I had to. I have obstructive sleep apnea. When my dentures are out, the muscle, and a lot of people have it. I was surprised when I did a video about it. A lot of people have this issue, but when my dentures aren't in, if I try to sleep, the muscles relax when we're sleeping, and your teeth, if you don't have, for some people, if you don't have the structure of teeth, those muscles collapse and make it so that you can't breathe. The doctor and my dentist both told me to sleep with my dentures in to see if that fixed it. It fixed it. I sleep with my dentures in, but I have an extremely compulsive, right, Michelle, routine when
She
it
does.
comes to cleaning my mouth and cleaning my dentures
Yes,
because
and you have to.
there's bacteria. I leave my dentures out for 2 to 4 hours every day without question. And I make sure that I'm cleaning my mouth, cleaning my dentures. When my dentures are out and when my dentures are in, I'm cleaning my dentures and cleaning my mouth and cleaning my tongue. And I'm obsessively compulsive about it. And I make no apologies for that because I know the risks that I'm taking by sleeping with my dentures in. You need to give your gums a break. It's important to do that.
Yeah.
There's a question here for Jan. I was wondering how you like your snap-in ones. I just got 4 implants on top and 2 on the bottom. I can't wait to finally get my snap-ins, hoping it will be easier to eat.
Oh, Melody, it will be. I absolutely love my dentures. I have no complaints whatsoever. I don't have when I first got them, I couldn't like snow. You try to say words.
Oh yeah, you'll learn to talk.
We had to you have to relearn to talk. You have to relearn to swallow. You have to relearn to breathe. And in a sense, I mean,
and smile, everything just is all
everything. Yeah.
I tell people to give yourself your own physical therapy because nobody's giving it to us. So we need to take one thing, master food, pick one food, and every day just practice till you master it. Then move on to something else and practice till you master it. Set goals for yourself.
All right, Justin, here's a question maybe you could field. I'm so scared to take them out the first time, getting extractions in a few weeks. How'd you feel first time taking out your dentures?
Fabulous.
Justin, how did you feel after your extractions with all the how did you feel taking them out?
It was kind of overwhelming. I mean, you take them out for the first time. You've never seen yourself without teeth. Your gums look horrible because they're all open and holes and
stitches.
It was a little bit much. I mean, to see myself that way kind of took me for a second, but you get used to it. I don't like going without my dentures much. I just take them out at night. Other than that, they're in all day.
Yes, Joe, I am a smoker. Yep. So I'm sorry, I saw the question, Justin.
All right, Guy. I know. Well,
I am a smoker, but what I do is I use light baking soda and peroxide solution to get any nicotine that builds up in there. And mostly in my bottom plate is where I get the most nicotine. So I just brush that really good and make sure I get, because I don't like it. I'm a smoker. This is really going to sound crazy. I hate to smoke, but I'm a smoker, and I've smoked on and off since I was 15, and I'm not proud of that. But I get built up on that bottom plate, and I'm like Tracy. I am OCD. I'm keeping my post clean and making sure that everything's clean. After I eat, I brush, because even if you have snap-ins or permanents, you're going to have food. Well, I don't know about permanents like screwed in, but you're going to have food that collects up in that plate. And, I hate that. It drives me nuts. So after I eat, the first thing I do is go take care of my teeth, take care of my gums, take care of my post. So
now, to help with taking your dentures out for the first time, you're going to be scared to death to take them out by yourself for the first time. You're going to be scared, and they're going to be suctioned in there good. At least they should be.
Yeah.
I know ice inside of my mouth, sucking on a slushie, on iced coffee, anything cold like that, froze my dentures enough to help my swelling. So remember that. So maybe the first time you take it out, suck on some ice for like as long as you can.
Children's teething rings, put them in the
There
freezer.
you go.
That's
See?
great.
Children's
Good
teething
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a great idea. But you're going to be scared to take them out, but just do it.
And
Just pull.
it's,
Rock
and
and
I'm not
pull.
going to sugarcoat it because I saw somebody ask, it's going to be painful. I mean,
Yeah.
it is painful
Mhm.
to first take them out. Don't let that scare you from going into this. Yes, there is going to be pain, but living with bad teeth can kill you. And you need to do what you need to do to be healthy. So as scary as it seems, as overwhelming as it is, you have to take the steps that you need to take to improve your health. It's very important. Don't let the fear of the unknown stop you from being healthy, because not taking care of the infections in your mouth can end in some pretty bad results.
Way bad. Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Well, I used a lot of that numbing stuff because I struggled with the red spots. What do you call those?
Sores?
Sores. The sores. Duh.
Okay.
Thank you. No.
You're welcome.
Melody, I cut back drastically when I got my dentures because I had a bone graft on my wrist. I broke my wrist in half, and I knew that if I was smoking almost a pack a day, and I don't even smoke close to that. I don't even know if I smoke 10 cigarettes a day now. I think it's like 6 or 7. So I have cut back drastically. I'm probably at the point I could just take the plunge and do it. Yeah. I'll need Michelle to markle me every day, though.
I smoke also.
I know, but smokers are the best to get other smokers to stop.
You know what I did? I have an experiment going where, because I smoke, I'm letting a set of dentures get very yellow, and I have figured out which cleaner is the best. I did some tests, and that's pretty interesting.
See, I want to know that with the snap-ins, because y'all can use cleaners, we cannot.
Why not? I didn't know this. Go ahead.
Because of the bands in our dentures, like my snap-in, I can't use like denture cleaner ever.
Dr. B, have you ever used Dr. B?
No.
You can use that.
Dr. B has, Tracy, do you have yours? Dr. B, I have.
I do. Hold on, let me go get it.
Okay. Dr. B has a Clean It Up paste that you can use in your mouth.
Yeah.
And it's a toothpaste you can use in your mouth. It's for people with dry mouth. This stuff is the best stuff ever, because
it is.
Nicotine?
What? On nicotine? I don't know.
No, I'm talking about the nicotine that builds up on your.
Oh, all right. Okay. But
dentures. No, I use the Fresh and whatever it's called.
Fresh and Bright. Well,
Fresh and Bright.
Fresh and Bright.
That or what?
So on the Dr. B, and now I'm gonna. I should have grabbed the box. I'll be right back. Hold on one second.
I have that and use that too, by the way. All the Dr. B stuff every day, religiously.
Yeah, I love his Clean It Up paste, because I brush my teeth and I feel normal. Because like Jan said, there's only the Fresh and Bright and the Dr. B's that you can actually use in your mouth when you want to brush your denture.
That's this. This is the Clean It Up paste.
In the middle of the day, if you want to Clean It Up paste, Dr.
It's
B.
a dental prosthetic and mouth paste. So you can use it when your dentures are in, on implants, everything. You can use this.
Oh.
It's really good on stains. And then let me read this.
Okay.
He has liquid crystals.
Liquid crystals.
You can use them alone, but they work best with a sonic cleaner.
I wonder if you can use that with a snap-in.
You can use this with the rings. I know I read it on his website, but I don't.
Okay, that's a good question that we can ask him.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Wondering too if I could use the sonic
cleaner.
Jan,
I've been using OPE. Have you ever heard of OPE?
No.
I use that too.
Also, if you have a screwed-in denture, non-removable, they'll tell you to get a water pick, and after meals, you'll have to use that water pick to get up in between where the gums are and the teeth.
Jan, I've been using this. It's called Ope. I would think that you.
Oh, okay.
I love that.
Yeah, I do too. I would think that you could. I bet you, it's for all orthodontic devices and dentures.
Oh, okay.
I haven't tried that.
I bet you could use something like that also. Yeah, just about.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So on the Dr. B Clean-A-Dent crystals, safe for snap-in dentures with O-rings.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I went right on the website.
Okay, Ashley, there's a video for you.
So it is safe for snap-in dentures with O-rings. This product right here, the liquid crystals.
Okay.
Good to know because I
Talking
wouldn't have
about-
thought so. That's great.
What's that,
Talking about-
Justin?
Talking about cleaners, I was surprised there's so many different cleaners out there, but each has their own requirements of how long you can put it on your denture or soak it, and whether it's safe for a salt free line. And there's so many things out there, it's hard to keep track of everything.
Now, the liquid crystals you don't want to use for more than 7 minutes. I talked to Dusty from Dr. B about that. And the 5 minutes is good for removing all the bacteria, being antibacterial, antiviral, and fungal. And anything after the 5 minutes is for stains. So she and I talked about that. But I like the Ope. I use this to soak every day. And then I soak my dentures in water after I clean them. And then before I put them in, I use the Ope to brush them before I put them in. And I know this is going to sound really weird, but you can feel how squeaky clean your dentures are. I don't know if you've noticed, Justin, but they're really squeaky clean when you use with the Ope, and it actually seems to help the adhesive.
Yeah. I use Ope every morning before putting them in, so I know after soaking all night and doing the cleanings that, hey, they're ready to go. Because some people think just throwing them in the water with a tablet, it's going to do the trick, and they think they don't need to scrub them. And
you still need to scrub. These get scrubbed so much.
yeah,
I'm surprised they're still pink.
I use the Fresh and Bright. I scrub them with Fresh and Bright. Then I put them in the Dr. B's cleaner with the liquid crystals. And then while that's going, I clean my mouth with the Clean-A-Dent paste, and then mouthwash. And I clean my tongue with a tongue scraper and a tongue brush.
Right. You buy both of these online. You can buy them, Dr. B's, on Amazon and Ope, I think. But if you go to the Dr. B website, he usually has coupons. And they'll probably just pop up.
And they have lots of sales throughout the year. I have a lot of Dr. B stuff in my drawer because I get the sales.
I've seen pictures of how much stuff she has.
I have a lot.
10 years with Dr. B. She's ready.
If my bathroom was cleaner, I would take you guys in for a field trip, but I'm not doing it. Sorry.
Yeah, she's got a lot.
But I got a lot.
they don't sell the good stuff in stores.
No.
Tan Man ASMR is asking where you can get these products at. The Dr. B's you can get on www.drbdentalsolutions.com. And then what about the Ope?
The Ope is just search Ope denture clear or Ope cleaner. Is it ope.com, Justin? I don't remember.
Ope cleaner. Hold on.
Opecleaner.com, maybe.
Yeah, opecleaner.com. Fresh and Bright is at Walmart.
It is, it's opecleaner.com.
Oh, Lynette said I should talk about my box of empty boxes. Oh, I got a lot of empty boxes. Lots. Everything I buy and review, I save the box. I usually give the product away to somebody, but I save the box.
I do too. I have all my boxes.
Yeah.
I got the idea from watching makeup videos where they keep the empties.
Yeah.
As they call them, but denture version of empties.
Melody says she got her tongue stuff today. I hope you like it, Melody. I really, really like that.
I love my tongue brush. I'm the one who told Michelle about it. I think Ashley too.
Well, this morning I was brushing my tongue with my toothbrush. Because it's habit. You just pick it up. And why am I gagging? Because I don't gag with my tongue brush. I can get way back with my tongue brush on my tongue.
I got another good tongue brush at I think I got it at like Walmart. I've seen it several places, but it's made by Dentech, and it's got a scraper and a tongue brush on it. So
Yeah,
if
you
you can't
should.
order the tongue one, then you can get this other one at the store.
Right. Well, you guys, it's been an hour. Tracy, where'd you go? And I think we're gonna call it for tonight. So I don't know. Would you guys like us to do this again one night? All of us get together and just have a chat and question and answer kind of thing. We could do this again. If so, leave a comment in this video. But all of the people in front of me, if you click on the description and open it up, you'll see all of their channels. So go subscribe to them also. They all have different stories. We all do in different videos. And
This is a great group. We got somebody from every walk of life with dentures.
Yeah, and nobody's journey is the same, and yours won't be either. So don't expect your journey to be like my journey or their journey. It's your own personal journey, and you do what works for you. Even if you've bend the rules a little bit on an adhesive or something.
Michelle's motto. What is your motto, Michelle? Your mouth, your rules.
Your rules.
Your mouth, your rules.
Your mouth, your rules.
Yeah.
So true.
Do whatever you guys need to do. All right. Thank you guys for coming up here.
This was fun. I'd like to do it again.
We could do this again. I think this. I know this is Ashley's first live, and Justin, I think is it yours?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So go subscribe to their channels. The link's in the description. Go say hi to them, and we will see everybody in my next video. All right. Bye, everybody.
Smile while you
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Hold on.